Now we are.
All right.
Cool. I got a bunch of drops too.
Okay.
Like
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
it's one of my favorites. This is a good one.
Somebody smell like shit. Somebody smell like shit.
Yeah.
What else you got?
This was me. What the fuck are you doing? Rap, nigga.
Maybe he just got bored.
Damn.
Oh, that was
Who was that about?
That's Steve.
No,
That was when he.
But who was that about?
Oh, go ahead. Tell the story.
I was getting pissed off because Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, always puts out music, but he doesn't like fucking. He doesn't fucking rap,
Dude. He
Was his album good?
No,
No.
he like goes like a 10 almost a 10-minute rant about it, and like the like you could see the steam coming off of Steve. Like that's how mad he was. That's how pissed off he was.
I was highly annoyed. But the thing is like he put out. I kind of got confused though because I said that a little prematurely because the album that he put out wasn't meant to be a rap album. It's actually a soundtrack for a a game. It's kind of like what's that show with 11 in it with the upside down and stuff?
Stranger Things?
It's kind of like a mix between Stranger Things and I Am Legend. Yeah. So if you think of that in some type of tech world too. So that's why the album sounds like it does. But he's always putting out music, but his music isn't ever like rap music. And he can rap really, really well.
Can he? I don't
Yeah.
The last song I ever heard from him was 3005.
Yeah. Oh, it's fireworks. Yeah. Unless it's not.
No, that definitely sounds like fireworks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Or else someone's just getting lit up.
God bless him. Yankees beat the Red Sox. Oh,
Nice.
Wow, shocker.
Yeah. Well,
They lost yesterday, yeah.
They've been getting beat down lately. But they did get Jazz, I think it's like you supposed to say his name, Chisholm?
I just saw that they might have finalized the deal to get someone.
Yeah. He's the best player that plays for the Miami Marlins. His numbers this year are mediocre, but if you're looking at potential, because he's on a bad team, the better your team, the better your numbers, kind of in baseball.
Yeah.
But last year he did a lot better, and the year before he was the best thing smoking. So they didn't really give up. They gave up some really good prospects for him, but it wasn't like a whole lot. It just a little bit of potential. It wasn't our top prospect, so I don't really give a fuck. But the guy can play like 6-7 positions.
Damn.
Yeah, and he's
What is he, the LeBron James of MLB?
I mean, in basketball,
Well, they said. Well, I mean, what I'm reading here, he says he's very very athletic, speed, power, and his versatility.
Yeah.
He's very versatile.
He's like the Cade. He's like the Cade Cunningham. It's like if you guys got Cade Cunningham, pretty much.
We don't need Cade.
I mean, and his average is decent too.
Yeah.
249 with 13 home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really solid for
Just above league average.
yeah.
But the thing is like he's a situational player because it's how he attacks the ball, and he doesn't have pieces around him to be able to maximize his potential.
Yeah.
So,
well, now he's on the Yankees, so
right.
He has potential. I mean, he's gonna maximize on what he has now, especially with the pieces that he's gonna like pieces around. You know.
Yeah.
So
if you're thinking about, I know you don't watch baseball, but in baseball, a lot matters with who else is around you. So when you look at a lineup and you have him batting first, and then you have Juan Soto who gets on base, and this guy can get on base too, and he's also a really good base stealer. So you got him, and then you got Juan Soto. The pitcher has to pay attention to everything now, not just the person he's pitching to. And it's a big distraction for pitchers. They get off their timing, and when they get off their timing, it's game over. But I mean, at the same time, you got Juan Soto, and then you have Aaron Judge. So you're
Right.
talking about having two guys on,
And then you have your power hitter.
you have arguably the best hitter in baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Juan Soto is the best at getting on base. So Juan Soto is gonna get on base, and if this guy can lead off and get on base too, it's a fucking problem. So, and then also the Yankees have Giancarlo Stanton coming back, who's also a notorious power hitter. He's another guy you just can't sleep on. So, I mean, that team
As long as he's healthy.
as long as he's healthy. And the thing is, this year he's been healthier than most years. He's slimmed down quite a bit, which is good.
Yeah.
He's like the Anthony Davis of our team.
All right, gonna bet on the Yankees to win.
Yeah, go ahead and throw that in. And then the thing is with the Yankees, they were the best team in baseball, and with the same players, they were the worst team in baseball. So they have the potential to be the best team in baseball again. They're still at the top half of the standings. They're not too far off for being first in their division, which means an automatic playoff spot. They're in really, really great shape. So it's not, the Yankees are in a really good spot, especially getting this guy, getting some more hitting. I mean, he can really bolster your runs.
They're projected number 3.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now.
Can the White Sox get players like that?
Dude, did you know the White Sox are 50 games under 500?
Yeah.
50.
What?
Don't remind me.
50 games under 500.
Don't remind me.
They're on track to being
worst
beyond
team.
track to being the worst team of all time in baseball history.
That's because those guys don't, because the owner doesn't want to pay for anybody.
And the thing is like, I don't even know what you get as a consolation prize for being so shitty.
I think what it is that they thought, instead of paying for players, they thought, hey, we can develop in the draft like we did years back when we won the World Series, when we had Paul Konerko, we had, just hitters, like just ballers, and they thought they could, hey, we can do it
At
this
this point, just have tryouts.
No, it's not even that. But it's not even that. It's just the fact that they don't want to pay nobody.
They don't. And here's the thing, like,
I mean, it's just like the Bulls too, though.
no, that's the same exact
Like-
thing.
But the problem is that at least the Bulls can pay. Like, Bulls could pay for Zach LaVine.
Well,
They wanna get rid of him.
No.
But they need to- but-
the thing is that in the NBA, you have a salary floor, and you have to spend that money.
That is
So
true.
sometimes players like Zach LaVine get money, and they're not supposed to get money.
Even though-
and now they have Zach LaVine in a situation where they're going to have to attach a first-round pick for someone to take his salary.
Yeah.
Because it's such a bad contract, and he's such a
That
iffy
was a
player.
terrible contract. Even though he showed flashes that that he could deserve that money, but not. You know what I mean? And when they gave him that money, I was pissed.
I thought they were dumb when I saw that.
No, they're dumb.
No, and then it's like, and I felt bad for DeMar DeRozan because he was that team. Like he was the backbone, he was the anchor, he was
What confuses me though, to go back to the White Sox, what confuses me though is that they weren't too many pieces away.
No, that's what I'm
They
saying.
were one piece away. Because think about it, they have Freed. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
They have Freed, and they have Kopech.
Yep.
On their pitching staff, and then just a couple years ago, they also had Lance Lynn. They had Dylan Cease, who just had a no-hitter, and they had who else? I can't remember who else they had. Lance Lynn. They had Dylan Cease. They had. I mean, altogether, healthy. They had one of the best rotations in baseball.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
just-
because they didn't want to pay,
Right.
they got rid of those guys. And on top of that, they have really good. I mean, you have Luis Roberts, who's a great player. They had, I mean, Eloy Jimenez, if he can stay healthy, he's great.
Right.
But I mean,
But-
it's just they didn't put it in the right. They got their big free agent signing was Andrew Benintendi,
Yeah.
and that made
And
no
wasn't
sense.
it a couple years back? Their big signing was what? Started with an M. What was it? Fuck. I can't remember it. It was I can't remember his name, But he was like their biggest signing, and I'm like,
Andrew Benintendi got the most money in team history.
oh shit.
It just makes no sense.
It doesn't, dude. And I'm getting I'm literally, I mean, I'm riding with them because I'm born and raised in the South Side, so I'm riding with them. So, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna, same with the Bulls. I mean,
The Bulls are just trash.
they just need to blow up that team completely and just start again.
Yeah.
But I feel like now at this point, like Sox are just rebuilding. They're constantly rebuilding. It's the fact with the Bulls. It's like they get potential. Like I haven't seen potential since Tom Thibodeau.
Well, the thing is that they had a decent core too. You have Vucevic with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. That's supposed to be something.
And then they had Lonzo until he got hurt.
Yeah, until he got hurt.
But they knew.
Are you happy he's coming back?
No. No, because you literally signed him to what was it, like 3 years, 90-some million or something like that?
Yeah.
And he hasn't played. I think he only played what, a half a year, his first year, and then got hurt and hasn't played since. So he's just getting paid to sit on the bench.
Well, he's coming back now.
Coming back for what? The team is DeMar DeRozan is already gone.
Still got Zach.
But
And you got Giddey.
Don't get me wrong. He's talented in defense. He's talented in assists. His shot it got better when he was playing a little bit, but I mean, we don't know now.
No, we have no idea.
I mean, I used to love his side.
The side, but then the side. I mean, I love that he improved his shot.
Yeah.
Throughout the season,
it was getting blocked too.
It was.
Yeah.
But when he was in UCLA doing that step back, and then you just see from right here, I'm like, what?
But the problem is that I haven't seen a real contender team. I haven't seen a real contender since Tim Thibodeau and his guys.
They definitely need.
Well, you see what Tom Thibodeau is doing in New York right now, with not much more talent.
Nova.
Exactly.
Yeah, that team has one All-Star on it.
Yeah.
And he's pushing those guys.
He's crazy though.
Yeah, he is.
For taking that pay cut.
No.
Brunson.
No, he can get that money back, and that's a bet
I
on
mean,
himself.
yeah.
But
Yeah, he can get it on
two.
the back. He can get that back on the back end.
two, if he pulls this off, and if they go to the Eastern Conference Finals, or to the or to the NBA Finals, within the next 2 years, he's going to get a statue outside of Madison Square Garden.
Let me ask you this, Steve.
He's the best point guard that New York has ever had.
Okay, yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
What do you think on? I know you asked me, but what do you think on Lonzo?
Lonzo Ball. I mean, as a Laker fan, it's just hard to watch sometimes because, he was our number two pick, and to see what he materialized to. I mean, we got Anthony Davis out of it, but at the same time, it sucks to see someone who has so much potential, who still has a lot of. It's like Penny Hardaway.
Yeah,
it's Penny Hardaway.
But I feel like now
it's Greg Oden.
Yeah, but I feel like now, like with these players now, because like let me set like an example. D Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when D Rose tore his ACL the first time, and then came back and then tore his other one, and then came back. I feel like it was a mental that he couldn't do what he used to do. I feel like he still could have done it, but in his mind he was like, if I come back down, I feel like it's.
He was probably scared to hurt it again.
And the thing is like Alonzo Ball is a completely different player too. He's 6'5", so he's a bigger guard.
Yeah,
and he doesn't his game isn't above the rim. Like you're talking about D Rose, who plays like Ja Morant.
Yeah,
and Lonzo Ball plays like Magic Johnson. So it's a little bit different. So he still has, as long as he can run.
Yeah,
I think as long as he can run consistently for 30, 40 minutes straight,
right,
and his conditioning is good, and his knees can take him just running, I think he'll still be able to last another 8-9 years in the NBA.
Well, he said on his podcast that he's ready for 5-on-5 scrimmages. So
Yeah, I mean, and again,
But-
he doesn't have a lot of tread on his tires.
No.
And he's you don't even have to be athletic. His game is not athletic.
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball's game is court vision
Right.
and shooting.
Yeah. And defense.
And being
Yeah.
And even if he
loses a
isn't-
little step.
yeah, even if he's not, there's ways to cover Lonzo on defense too, because there's a bunch of players who
Yeah.
play point guard and can't play defense. I mean, Steph Curry's made a career out of it.
But
so.
do you think if he makes a turnaround this year, and he stays healthy, and he plays all his games, will the Bulls extend him?
No.
no, they're not going to.
No.
No. Okay.
You already know how he is though too.
Because-
He'd probably try to ask for a lot of money.
Yeah, and this market, the new market, the new NBA market that we're
Yeah.
in right now,
Right.
there ain't nobody getting paid.
No.
Tyus Jones, who it was a free agent, got $3 million. Damn. And he's the best backup point guard in the league right now. And right now,
Where did he go again?
he just went to the Suns today.
So that's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just saw that he signed somewhere, but yeah, his was a 1-year deal
Yeah.
too.
By the way, welcome to the sports panel.
Late as hell. Damn.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that.
You know you done fucked up, don't you?
Don't look at me like that.
I see what I'm saying.
I thought
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
We are back.
Yes.
We're back. We're making waves. We got a lot to get to. First thing I just wanted to bring up, and this is a shot directly towards you. Did you know that?
Why?
Because I've been sitting on this for a while and I haven't said it.
And I already know what it's gonna be about.
What?
Go ahead.
What?
No,
What?
go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
You know what it's gonna be about, right?
Go ahead.
Did you know Jason Tatum?
There it is.
There. Did you know that when he was little, he said he was going to get drafted by Phoenix and get traded to the Lakers when he was like 20? Yeah.
He was in 4th grade.
Damn.
It's manifestation. He's in the league. He almost got drafted by Phoenix.
I can see. Oh
No, his draft pick was supposed to be Nets. That was
Yeah.
Nets' draft pick.
Yeah, but he wasn't far off. Phoenix sucked at one time.
Sorry,
just
look
saying.
at where he's at now.
Yeah, no, he won a championship. Yeah, the thing is when guys win championships, then they start doing side quests, i.e., Kyrie Irving.
Nah.
So you never know. It's just something I wanted to throw out there.
Thought you were gonna mention the tie thing.
The tie thing. Mm-hmm. What?
On YouTube, you can look up how to tie a tie. It's him. When he was
really?
younger.
Oh, Jason Tatum. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I didn't see that.
And then it was like 3 days ago I saw that so they had to wear ties, and someone asked Derek White about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, I watched Jason's video on how to tie a tie."
That's crazy. No, I didn't.
You
know that.
never heard of that?
I've never heard of that.
Dude, that came out like 2 years ago or something like that. About it.
Do you guys know who? He's another fellow podcaster, also NBA player, Pat Beverly.
Yes.
Yeah. Who doesn't know who Pat Beverly
Badass
is?
Pat.
You guys,
Hell
you
yeah.
guys- oh yeah, he played for Chicago, didn't he?
He played for Chicago. He played for the Clippers. He
Played for the Wolves,
Milwaukee.
played
But
for
I'll
the
tell you this:
Lakers.
he was like a smaller. What's his name on the Golden State?
like a small what?
Like a smaller.
Draymond Green?
Draymond Green.
kind of.
Like he was like a shit talker. He just like
Oh, yeah.
kind of.
Known
He didn't
for
give
his
a.
attitude.
I'll never
Right.
forget when he was on the Lakers that he showed them the camera.
Yeah.
I remember that.
He got teed up for it, and then we ended up winning the game because of that.
Well, I found out something hilarious about Pat Beverly.
That he's going overseas.
Oh yeah, and do you remember what he said 5 years ago?
No.
He said he told Steph Curry 5 years ago that in 5 years the league will be mine. But he didn't say which league.
Yeah.
So Pat Bev to Tel Aviv, Israel.
Oh,
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
hey, man! I'll give it to if you still could play.
Apparently,
go-
he got that bag. I don't know.
right.
$2 million.
I mean, 2 million is still 2 million.
Bruh.
I mean, come on.
I would have just stayed in the league.
You could get to a league minimum as a million.
Yeah.
I would rather just stay in the
Overseas.
league.
I mean, and then think about all the sponsorships he'll get overseas if he balls out.
That's what he said. He said that there's also different things like they're gonna plug his podcast, and there's merch sales that they're gonna attach to it. So it's like 2 million
so
with
then-
incentives. But
yeah.
You can get paid a little bit. Not
bro.
that
Come on,
much.
2
all
million.
all that shit you talking, you out of the league now?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree with that.
I mean, he really wasn't that good. Like defensively,
Yes, defensively.
No,
yeah.
he did talk a big game, but he did.
Yeah.
But you need a Pat Bev on, like a Pat Bev on. Think about what Pat Bev would do to the Celtics right now.
nothing.
Well,
we
not
don't
because
need
you guys want. Okay, you put a Pat Bev on the Mavericks. That changes.
would've-
things.
yeah,
that
that
would have
would've
helped him. That would have helped. They could have been a Pat Beverly away from a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that there was more opportunity, more meat on the bone here. And his thing was, if you could play, play.
shit.
But
I mean, like I said, it's some of these players they still they don't get that exposure. Like who was it? John Wall. He went overseas and he was ball. I heard he did like 90 points.
No, you're thinking of Kemba.
It was it Kemba Walker.
Kemba,
There
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
Kemba
yeah,
Walker.
who is it that? Which one of them is trying to make a comeback right now?
John
is it
Wall.
Kemba or John
No,
Wall?
Kemba retired.
Okay, I
Yeah,
get him
John
confused.
John Wall said that he wants to come back
Yeah,
and all that.
he just wants to play in a
Yeah.
uniform. again. Yeah.
Which I don't see why no one would want him.
Yeah, but
If anything, the Nets should have signed him over that one dude that they just got from Detroit.
Yeah, Killian Hayes.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would have rather.
Statistically, one of the worst players to ever play the game of basketball. you're the worst
When I saw
player.
that he got signed, I was like, what? And what's crazy is the Nets were the only team that went to his thing.
yeah,
He had like a tryout
like a
thing or
tryout,
whatever,
like an
and
open
they
tryout.
were the only team that went.
it's telling
yeah.
because they're not trying to win right now. They're just trying to stack and flip assets.
All right. So I don't know if it's rumors, but I mean, are they trying to blow up the Suns, or are they going to go run it another year?
running back.
Run it back one more year.
They can't blow it up because the way that the new CBA works, they're a second apron team. They're over that threshold, so they have to send out more salary than they have to take back more salary than they send out. One or the other. But the way that it works,
I mean,
they
I would
just-
keep it though. It's
just-
not bad.
It does, but
teams just can't match the the
right. No,
salaries.
I get it, but I just don't see. I mean, what I saw this year, I just don't see the.
There's no cohesiveness.
No,
Yeah.
they don't mesh. They don't mesh together. You got three superstars that want the ball,
that need the ball.
that need the ball.
Yeah.
You can't. That don't work.
Booker used to be a good player off ball, and then he got the ball, and then he became the man, and now Booker don't want to give the ball away no more.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
And then you got to feed it to Kevin
gotta-
Durant. You got to feed it to KD. You got to feed
you have
it.
to feed him, and Bradley Beal is useless without the ball.
Right.
So I mean, maybe it was just the ideology of basketball is get good players and figure it out. Like they'll figure it out, but
See, but like
no one's figured out.
mean, a
See,
lot
but
of
when, but see, when the big three first happened with Miami, when D Wade, LeBron, and Bosh, which I feel bad for Bosh because Bosh was that guy that was like
He was the man in
Toronto.
in Toronto, and then LeBron's like, well, you're gonna know your place,
Yeah.
you're gonna play your place,
Yeah.
and we're gonna take it to the promised land,
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for him because I was
It
like,
wasn't, and
But
it
at
wasn't
least
so
he
much
knew
LeBron.
his assignment though.
It wasn't so much LeBron.
it was
as
D
much
Wade
as-
too. D Wade had to
Yeah.
take a step back.
and also it was coaching.
Yeah.
Because they said that year, what's the name of their coach?
Spoelstra.
Spoelstra he must have went to some type of football practice, and that's where he came up with the idea of, I believe, not the 5 out, but something similar. I think it was the 4 out, and basically that allowed and they also put you just said his name. I don't know why my brain is
Chris Bosh.
They also put Chris Bosh in the corner and just say, hey, shoot corner threes. So now they gave him the corner 3. He became a stretch 5. They were able to stretch the floor. That allowed for LeBron and Dwayne Wade to cut different things like that. So there was some differences, but you are right. Like when you have a big three, someone has to sacrifice. Okay, you go to Boston's big three of KG, KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Well, Ray Allen was the guy for everywhere he played.
Yeah.
Had to take a back seat.
Yeah.
You think of the Cleveland big three.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Kyrie, LeBron, and Kevin Love. Kevin Love was arguably the best power forward in the game when he got traded.
Yeah.
Took a back seat.
Took a way back
He
seat.
became a spot up
Yeah, he
shooter.
did, yeah.
He became a spot up shooter, and that never left him. He never regained the guy stat. Even after, it's funny because even after all those guys left and he stayed in Cleveland, was never the guy again.
Even though they paid him like he was the guy, though.
Yeah, they paid him like in Miami. Chris Bosh paid him like he was the guy, and he was never the guy. But that takes a sacrifice. So who's gonna be the sacrificial lamb of the Phoenix Suns? Right?
Should be Beal.
It should be Bill, but
that's the thing.
He
A lot
probably
of
doesn't think he's-
a lot of people nowadays they don't want to take that sacrifice.
yeah, look at the Nets big three with KD and James Harden and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be the man, and then it started to work when you had James Harden no longer want to be the man, and then it started to work.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then and then I mean it's all those the Lakers big three of Westbrook and LeBron and AD.
That was the most.
Westbrook's trash now.
Oh, my God.
Speaking of,
The Nuggets.
yeah,
He went to the Nuggets.
$4 million.
He took 4?
Yeah, I think it's.
I don't know.
Oh, because he got that
think it's- I
buyout.
think it's 2
Because
years for him.
he got that buyout, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he got that buyout for $40 million.
Yeah. So
What?
Yeah, when he went to the Clippers, funny story. Lakers traded him to Utah, and Utah gave him a buyout off that $40 million, and then he went to the Clippers for pennies, right? And then he re-signed with the Clippers, and then the Clippers sent him
back to
Utah.
for him to get bought out
Utah
again.
buys him out again, and then he goes to Denver.
Damn.
Why-
so
why
the
did they
Jazz
even do
so the
that?
Jazz took the loss completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was Utah who kept doing it. It was the same team twice, and I believe it was Utah. But because they can put them on the books and clear it, and it clears the roster spot for them, and all they have to do is pay money.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and
But they can
get
split
rid
that.
of roster spots.
That's
But
it's gonna
so
be so
buy him.
dumb.
So wait, when they do buy him out, could they split? Could they split that money longevity or no?
Like stretch it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I thought maybe they could.
That's just next day. Wired.
There's some stretch provisions, but the NBA
That'd be nice
got
to
away
be
from
like.
it.
That'd be nice to like just open your account
Yeah,
and
for
40
real.
million just goes right in.
Nah, there's some players that they used to have what was called an amnesty.
Yeah.
And you can amnesty players and stretch their shit out for a while.
Oh, like
Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah, and Lou Dang
And
with the
Luol Deng,
Lakers.
yeah,
Oh, I remember
amnesty,
that, yeah.
And it's just basically
Like, dude, like they had to pay Lou Dang like for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
get him off the books or to get him off his roster.
I think that was a stretch and wave. Amnesty is
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Amnesty got it totally off the books. Like,
Oh, wow.
completely. Like it never even happened. But that one was a stretch and was a wave and stretch. And they waved and stretched him for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Pause. That sounded crazy. But
But I like when like but what kills me the most is the stupidity that the Lakers do every year. When they signed Westbrook, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
it wasn't every year. I think it was just that year. But
every year
got
something dumb happens with them. Like it's just
they
it's
got
just like
freaky with the roster, and then they traded for Westbrook, and they just dug themselves an unforgivable.
Don't try to cover your team's ass.
No, it was bad.
no, and it was out of respect.
But the
out
thing
of
is,
respect.
like Rob Pelinka's made some really great decisions, but he also has made some really
Real bad
Yeah.
bad decisions. Like okay, so his bad decisions that he's made in the past year were to give Jackson Hayes and Jackson Hayes and who else?
Hachimura?
Christian Wood. He gave them both player options. And so when you have, and usually you give a player option if you want to give them a little leverage. It's like a deal sweetener.
Yeah.
So in order to get those players, he gave them a player option. Now that comes around to fuck us because this year they don't come off our books and they have player options, and now we're stuck with these players that we don't necessarily want.
Right.
And we can't, and during that time when they were making their decision on their player option, we couldn't sign other players because our roster was full. So that kept us from getting certain players that we really wanted, or not being able to compete for a Klay Thompson or players that just went in free agency because
So
we
is
didn't have
that
room.
one of the reasons why they didn't get Clay, or is this just
Some of it was money, but a lot of it was Clay. Clay didn't want to come play for us. He
I
wanted
thought
to-
he said he wanted to.
No. He said the only reason why he would want to come play for the Lakers was family legacy, but he wanted to create his own path more than that, and taxes.
Oh
Because,
yeah,
you know-
that taxes are crazy over there.
And you don't pay any taxes in Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well, good for him.
But it was just like, but what made it even worse is like, you guys didn't. I mean, LeBron gave up his like he opted out of his.
He took less.
No, he opted out because he wanted to take less so you can sign, and that's one of Rob Pelinka's dumb moves. Like,
And then
It's
also, I don't blame Pelinka so much from not being. I blame Pelinka for the roster spot debacle. I
Yeah.
don't blame him for not being able to sign free agents right now, even though those two are kind of the same things. But right now, there's just like unless there was one, we don't have a roster spot open.
No.
Like
No.
we signed Bronny to a real league deal. We have
You did?
Yeah, he's
it was
not
like
a
$7
two-way
million.
player.
He's not a two-way?
He's not a two-way player. It
was like a $7
that was
million
the reason
deal.
why nobody drafted him, because they said that we will not sign a two-way contract. We'll
yeah.
go play in Australia. Yeah. So they signed Bronny into a real people deal.
I think what was it,
Not only
7?
that, I think it was like 7 years for him. But
7 years?
I don't
No,
know. I mean,
7
7
million.
million,
Oh,
7
I was
million
like,
for
what?
4 years or something.
4 years, yeah.
Or 2 years or something. Now, and then also one thing that the Lakers did is like their second round picks, they didn't take 4-year deals on. So you had to pay players early. For instance, Max Christie, he's a great player. He's gonna get minutes, but instead of him being under, a rookie deal for 4 years, we only had 2. Now we got to pay him. Now he's getting paid like $8 million a year, something crazy. Now I don't even think it's that. I think it's like 4 or 5. But whatever, we had to pay him. The same thing with Austin Reeves. Second round player. He wasn't even a second round player. He was undrafted, and we signed him for 2 years. And we could have locked him up for 4, but they wanted to have that flexibility with the roster. And now
Yeah.
2 years in, you got to pay him, and he's making $15 million.
Yeah.
So, which is still a steal. His contract is really good.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, a lot of the Lakers' issues is just that like their assets that they have to create roster spots in order to sign someone.
Yeah.
They literally don't have. So they're looking at
Well,
signing trades.
because last year they re-signed Austin Reeves, they re-signed Hachimura.
they got all those players on the player options. Their roster's full.
and then you got D Russell.
yeah.
That's making
Yeah, but aren't
like
they trying to trade him, though?
They're trying to, but the difference, the thing of it is like they don't like if you're trading Russell, you got to look at what you're trading him for, and if you're trading him for something, if you're trading him for anybody who isn't a ball handler and can't average 18, 19 points a game, then you're losing value, right?
Yeah.
And then who out there on the trade market is like not even Klay Thompson averaged 20 points a game last season. So, like, yeah, you can move those players out, but like, what are you getting back?
Exactly.
And there's only a few players, like the players that they want to move out for and get, you have to give up like $30 million. Like, for instance, they were all in on for instance, Trae Young, right? If we want to trade Trae Young, we have to give up D'Angelo Russell and either Rui Hachimura or Jared Vanderbilt. Those two players put together, that's like 35 points a game you're getting rid of for Trae Young.
yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. The math ain't
And
math.
then you're getting a player that needs the ball. Mm-hmm. So that's just another superstar you're gonna put on. That
and you're getting a player that you have to like cover up holes for.
But I'll give it to. It could work if it did happen. It could work because you have LeBron that's willing to pass the ball, that's willing to give up the rock to make it to make the right plays.
It just presents too many defensive issues too, because
Yeah.
he's like 6'0" nothing.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
He can't play defense.
Right.
So you're talking about, you have a big guard in D'Angelo Russell, who's maybe not the most athletic, but he's playable.
Yeah.
On defense,
And
but he's also
a
an
decent.
offensive
He's
threat.
a decent shooter. He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a better 3-point shooter than Trae Young.
Yeah.
Trae Young just hurts a lot.
Right, in that too. So
Yeah.
like you got to think about like who on the market can you get? And then they were looking
Yeah.
at what's a player plays for the Blazers? Grant. Grant.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, so it's Jeremy Grant, and in order to get Jeremy Grant, you got to give up D'Angelo Russell and maybe Gabe Vincent, but you're not getting back a ball handler, and then who's gonna? So it's just it presents too many problems.
They should have got DeJounte Murray though. I feel like that would have been good for you guys.
I like D'Lo better.
Yeah.
I do.
If
D'Lo could figure out how to play in
Yes.
the playoffs,
Yes.
if he could figure out how to play,
Yes.
if D'Lo could be the same D'Lo in the playoffs that he is in the
this
regular season,
yeah.
then
If you had the Nets D'Lo, y'all would be good.
yeah. I mean, and the thing is he's still there. He just doesn't show up during the postseason, which is, I mean, I think that he'll figure it out. And the problem is D'Lo always goes off, and he's always a problem. Like right around the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then like we can't nobody wants to pay.
Right.
We can't get anybody because he's too good. All of a sudden his value's too high.
Yeah.
But speaking of basketball, so we had the summer league come and go. We had a lot of guys shine in the summer league. Bronny ended up was one of those guys who struggled early on
And then kind of bounce back.
Had a good.
I think he started to figure out what his high, where he's at. Like he started to figure out, he's a good defensive player. He's a good ball handler. Took a little bit for him to for his shot, but I think a lot of that what I saw was him taking just some crazy shots that he didn't need to take.
Well, it was a couple games where he was not the primary ball handler.
Yeah.
But he had to step up because there weren't the top scorers that were on that team.
Yeah.
weren't playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
But I do like his progression throughout the last two games. But he still has a lot of work. I mean,
He does.
He still has a lot of. I see him in the G League this year. Like I don't see him.
Oh no, he doesn't play a whole lot with the regular team this year.
No.
Oh yeah, no. He's definitely gonna be in the.
But
G
I
League.
do like that first round pick. What's his name?
Dalton Connect.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy. I feel like I see a lot of Culver. What's his name?
Kyle Korver
in him.
Yeah, I see it too.
Yeah.
I
He's
see it
like a
too.
spot up shooter.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
once he has that ball in his hand, that's it. Done.
I'm actually looking for something, but we can keep going in the meantime.
But at the same, I feel like they, what is his name again?
Dalton Connect.
Dalton Connect. I feel like they picked the right guy for
He
that.
slid.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
supposed to be. He was supposed to be like pick.
LeBron
like,
said it was a steal.
It was a steal.
He was supposed to be a top 10 pick. He ended up going 17.
But
I think Bronny's just gonna be like a defensive player.
defensive
I don't
player.
see
I
him
feel like
scoring
he's
that much.
no. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be a defensive player, and it sucks for me to say this, and I don't want to like, it sucks for me to say that. I feel like he should have just stayed in college.
No, everyone says that.
Oh yeah,
He should have did another year
Everyone says that.
or transfer. I think
Which is why he'll be in the G League for this season, and that's not a knock on him, but
No.
he does need to develop, and he does need to get bigger, and he does need to work on his game. But I guess the idea was that he would be better off working on his game with the pros than he would learn in college ball, because it's just going to be another step in the road to get to to once he gets to the real anyway.
I would have
Right.
transferred.
I would have
Yeah,
transferred.
USC didn't really utilize him
No, they didn't. No.
at all. So especially him not playing, that really hurt. Like
Did you guys get a chance to look at any of the other guys?
No, I just saw the highlights. Saw some dude dunk on another guy, dude.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
That's some pretty nasty dunks in there
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Number 2 pick. Real quick, let me show you guys this.
Are you gonna say how he went 39 minutes with 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, and all that?
Dude, what are you doing? Dude, you're the number 2 pick.
Exercise, bro. Just going up and down.
How do you get nothing?
I mean, what
like
who was
Tony
that?
Snell.
Who was that kid from Detroit that got? I think he was like the number 1 pick. Cunningham. Mm-hmm. Like he had a lot of upside, and then when he got to Detroit, I think his first year, he was just.
Yeah, but
He was mid, like he was.
But dude, you
he
telling
was-
me you're not getting one rebound, one
blink
assist?
in the summer league. In the summer
that's
league,
true.
No point.
That's
no,
true.
that was Alex Sarr, Frenchman. Yeah,
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
The number
you're
2
right.
pick.
They're
Yeah.
saying Bronny is a better player than him.
Damn.
Well, I wanted to play something for you guys.
Okay.
Listen to this and tell me who you think it is.
Okay.
Go get one. Go get one. Let's go, Q. Let's go, Q. Keep working, Mo.
Kobe.
Oh, yeah, Mo. Oh, yeah, Mo. Oh, yeah, Mo. Yeah, Mo. It ain't our ball. It ain't our ball. It's our ball, ain't it? It's our ball. Hey, it's our ball.
I feel like I know who it is.
Did you hear Did you hear the difference between the first voice and the second voice?
Wait, do it again. Do it again.
Go get one. Let's go, Q. Let's go, Q. It ain't our ball. It ain't our ball. It's our ball, ain't it? It's our ball. Hey!
Is it the same person?
You would think. That's LeBron James and the first one's Bronny and the second one's LeBron.
Really?
Yeah, they have the same voice. Wow. They have the same exact voice. It is crazy.
I
You
thought
know what?
that was LeBron. At
You know what's
first.
crazy? You know what's crazy? And not bagging on Bronny. I feel like he's gonna be a serviceable player in the league. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be an all-star. But he's gonna be a big defensive player and he's gonna get his points. He's gonna get his time in. But I feel like what's his name? The other James.
Bryce.
Bryce. I feel like Bryce.
That
Bryce
dude's
is going to
nasty.
be. It's going to be the same thing as the Ball brothers.
Yeah.
Same thing as the Ball brothers. The
Yeah.
first Ball brother was good, but the second one is great.
Yeah.
And Bryce is
No,
like
the third one
he's
was
like,
great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The
the
third one
third
is
one,
the
yeah.
youngest one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the
thief.
second one to get drafted.
The thief.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bryce is gonna be special, man.
he is.
Yeah.
I think he's already like 6'6" or something.
Yeah.
I think he's 6'8".
His wingspan is.
I want to say he's like. I mean, he might be 6'6", but the thing is, how tall is Bronny?
6 foot, 6'1".
Oh shit.
Okay, then yeah, he might be 6'6". Because I know for sure he's taller
But
than
I've
him.
seen Bronny like box out. He'll move someone.
Yeah.
He's like he reminds me a lot of like, not with the shooting and everything, but he's like a Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marcus Smart or I mean,
But Marcus Smart had to develop that shooting though.
he's like the Marcus Smarts of Drew Holidays. You know what I'm saying? Or he's like the how do I put it?
Kid.
Don't say it.
No, he's like the Tracy McGrady
Okay.
Oh.
of Drew Holidays.
Yeah. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
give you that one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like
Talk
it.
about Spurs, Tracy McGrady.
No.
So Houston.
Have you guys purchased the NCAA 25 yet?
I have.
Oh yeah, I did the day before.
Tell me about it.
It's
I like it better than Madden. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
The movement is so much better than Madden.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The movement is a lot better. The controlling, it just feels more. It feels and just like what, depending on which stadium you go to, if, like you go to Ohio State or like a big school, like the rumbling, the like that you get, like in Madden, you don't get that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get that, even though there are stadiums in the NFL that are crazy, like the Kansas City Chiefs, one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. But they don't bring that to the game.
So you get a lot of school effect and
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Crowd
you get a
effect.
lot of school
Yeah.
effect, a lot of the big crowds. It's crazy, and what I like about it is they point it more towards the crowd. Like when you make a touchdown, you get more scenes of the crowd. The intros are badass. Like I'll tell you that. Like I wish NFL would be a little bit better with the intros, but I mean, I'm still probably gonna get Madden 25 just because
is there? So there's a story mode on there too.
Yes, Road to
Glory.
You guys, have you tapped into that?
I'm already in my second year.
really?
Dude, everybody that I've talked to is in their second. I'm still in my first.
Why?
It's
what's
easy.
It's-
It's quick.
It is real quick because
really? Yeah.
because you're playing what 12 you play 12 games and then you go into your championship and your nationals and all that.
Yeah.
So it cuts it down because I think with Madden it's like 17 games.
No, 18.
No, 17 plus the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
you're playing
getting-
longevity.
Are you playing like a lot in the game or?
No, so
you only
basically,
get, like, a
Road to
couple
Glory.
plays
So
as a
Road to
freshman.
Glory, if you're like a quarterback, you're playing just your snaps, and then it goes straight directly to like the computer for defense, and then you go back to your, unless you play Dynasty and you want to play both ways. The only thing I would probably say that I don't like about Madden or not the
NCAA.
NCAA 25 is the graphics with the players.
Yeah.
The
That-
graphics with the players, I feel like it's a little.
pull your
I'm sorry.
cord. Just pull it. Pull your earphone cord.
Oh,
Yeah, pull it.
pull it.
Yep, pull it.
Okay.
No, just pull
Oh,
it. Yeah,
pull it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was
Okay.
hitting up against the thing. That's
Okay.
I was trying to figure out what that sound was. Yeah, go
The
ahead.
graphics on there, I would say Madden has that beat because of like when I play Madden, it looks more real than what. But it's.
Do you think it's because they have so many players?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably what it is. They can't sit there and make every player look exactly alike or look like the player. But I mean, overall, if I wanted to say, I'd be playing college football.
What about you? Pros, cons?
I mean, I don't have that many cons or anything like that. I mean, I like it. I think it's way better than Madden. What's cool though is you can take your player and then transfer them to Madden.
Right. Right.
Oh yeah, well that's always been like that with NCAA.
Yeah.
What
But-
teams? What teams are you guys playing with?
So mine, I started my first year. I did a Big Ten school, but a smaller Big Ten school, Northwestern.
Okay,
So I started with Northwestern.
that makes sense because we're in Chicago.
Right. So I started with Northwestern, and then I lost one game against Ohio State.
What position player?
Quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Won all the rest of my games. Won my national title.
What mode are you playing on?
Playing varsity.
What's the highest it goes?
I think it goes to. I think like All American.
okay.
Yeah. And then I transferred to Florida.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And it got harder. Like
Yeah.
that shit's hard. Like I do like that it does have a lot of difficulty. Like I feel like Madden even at
Even on all Madden.
wasn't hard. Like cuz I've been playing Madden for so long, but with college it was different. Like just the different variations of plays that you can run and how you can use your players. It's a lot more quickness to it, I feel.
What about your player?
What tattoo you got?
Michigan.
Yeah.
Are you playing with Michigan?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
The only
you.
reason
Look at you.
is because they gave me the best deal. All right.
Oh, you get NIL.
Oh, you
deals
get-
on there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you get NIL deals and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, wow.
But no, I'm saying like So I'm a quarterback, and I'm like when I looked at my options or whatever, theirs was the only team that let me start, and then it gave me like more options, stuff like that. So.
The hours you claim to be working don't add up to the times on your pay stub. Are you spending time and having sexual intercourse with another woman? You said no. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
What? But yeah, dude, you should see how many.
Tell me why you really pick Michigan. Or do you just like Michigan deep down?
No, I don't. I actually wanted to go to Ohio State. Not gonna lie.
But he was probably third string.
Yeah,
He was probably gonna be
if I would
third
have
string.
I would have went third string and everything. I was like, I ain't going through all that. Hell no. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start.
And that's one of the reasons why I went to Northwestern, because I was gonna be a starter.
Yeah, but I will say this though. Yeah, I will say this though. Edwards can run the shit out of the ball.
Who? Which Edwards? Oh yeah. I'm because when I'm an old school Michigan guy. So when you say Edwards, Michigan, I think Braylon. Braylon's still playing. Braylon's not.
Yeah. No, dude, that dude. I just handed him the ball. Boom. I'm like touchdown.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what fucking receivers are over there, but dude, they give me touchdowns all the time.
You know, and
deep passes. Boom.
You know, one of the other reasons why I went to Florida is because in Northwestern, I chose number 15. And I was like, you know what? I got to go to Florida. I got to represent number 15. I got to be Tim Tebow. I got to be Tim Tebow up in that bitch. You know what I mean?
Should have just been Aaron Hernandez.
Nah, Tim Tebow was my guy. Still respect. I don't give a fuck. Like he was that guy.
He was that guy.
He was that guy. And I like not only was he that guy in Florida, but even when he went to the Broncos, he took a team that was on the verge of being the worst team on the NFL, and he took them to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And not because of his talent, because he motivated.
He just willed them there.
Yeah.
It was nuts. It was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life.
Guys, I know.
Oh, you were there.
You're talking about like I was fucking like 2 years old.
I know, you were there. It just.
I know.
Yeah. Moving on to WNBA. The WNBA All-Star Game came into it. And what's kind of funny is that the way that they do their All-Star Game, they have Team USA versus Team WNBA, which is really cool. So the girls from the Team USA, they wear their USA gear and they play an exhibition game against the other best players in the league. And
wasn't there like a controversy that what's her name couldn't play for the Olympic team?
Caitlin Clark didn't get selected for the Olympic team. And a lot of it was because I guess they said some of it was because other players earned their spot. And then also, I don't know. I think they mentioned something about it, her being a distraction
for the Olympics.
Yeah, which I mean, kind of is unfair, but whatever. Like she's a rookie,
right?
So she'll have other opportunities to play. I mean, 4 years from now, she'll definitely have the opportunity to play.
Absolutely.
I think her and Angel Reese will be on it.
Yeah, I don't think Angel Reese was an Olympic team player either.
But I think you mentioned it in the past podcast, but she's put WNBA on the map.
Well, yeah, they're up 500%.
Shit.
And
they got charter jets now,
and they just got I think a $2 billion TV deal.
Damn.
Yeah. So the new, we'll get to that, but what I did want to touch on was Sabrina. Sabrina plays for the New York Liberty.
Yeah.
And of course, Caitlin Clark. They declined to do the 3-point contest. Are you a little salty about that?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm a little salty about that.
It's kind of like having Steph and Clay.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, it's kind of messed up because she even said, Caitlin said, "Oh, I need a break."
And then Sabrina did the 3-point contest for men's against Steph Curry. Mm-hmm. So why wouldn't she?
That's why when I saw it, I was like, why wouldn't she do it then? Like,
I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. But yeah, WNBA, like I mentioned, they had their All-Star game, and Team WNBA beat Team USA.
Oh, I believe that 100%.
Yeah. And the last time that happened, when it was an Olympic year, Team USA went on to win the gold. So they're saying, hey, they beat us this year. Sounds pretty familiar. Looks like we'll be going to win the gold. I hate to hinge a loss on the gold, but if it works, it works. I think they're going to go out there and demolish everybody anyway.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they just demolish a team the other day? By like 30?
Probably. I know that the women's team is doing good. The men's team, they're not struggling, but They're relying on LeBron a lot in order to get their shit off. Like LeBron has 2 game winners.
Lakers 2.0.
That's right.
Well, it just goes to show you when you have LeBron and AD surrounded by good players. I mean, you literally have LeBron and AD leading the best players in the world right now, not just the All-Star team, but the best team in the world.
Yeah.
Is
right
KD
now.
playing yet or no?
He will be. I don't think he is just yet. No.
What even happened to him?
I think it was a calf injury.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
Can we say that Kawhi Leonard is a bitch?
I don't think it was his fault. Yeah, no, Team USA dismissed him. Yeah,
I think it was his fault.
I think it was his fault.
no, they said they did. They said it was our call. Yeah, Grant Hill went on and said that the Kawhi situation was. Yeah, hold on. I'll look
I
up.
mean, I would have got rid of him anyways. Because all that dude does is get hurt.
No, he would probably sat out.
That's what I'm saying.
Most of that year, most of the Olympics,
When we
anyways.
get to Abu Dhabi, we hit the ground and it's a sprint to the finish line. And so, our decision was made. And I think we were open and honest and understanding through it all. And like I said, your heart goes out, but we have to do what's best for the team and protect the team and give ourselves the best opportunity for success.
That was Grant Hill on Kawhi Leonard. They let him go.
See, but the way he said protect the team, which in a way, not having him play protects the team because he is a diva. He is a diva.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that a guy that gets paid like he does for the Clippers, and he sits half of the year?
Shit, more than that.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time he actually played a full year?
That's what pisses me off.
I feel like
this whole what did they call it? What do they call it when they sit out for no apparent reason?
Load management.
Yeah. Why?
Well, he's the reason why they made that rule. Well, him and Paul George were the reasons why they made that rule where 2 players.
I'm so happy Paul George left because it must have been frustrating to work with a guy like that. Did you see what
he said? He said that he felt like he was playing on the B team of the Lakers.
Because he was.
He
was, but I'm like,
when he could have been a Laker. When he could have been a Laker this whole time.
He should have been.
Okay, so last 5 years, Kawhi Leonard. Last year he played 68 games. There's 82 games in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Season before he played 52. The season before he did not play. The season before he played 52, and the season before he played 57. That was his entire time with the Clippers. 5 years, he averaged, I would say, 58 games.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, but that's Kawhi. That's his game. That's what he does. I mean, let's go the years before. Years before, he played 60 for Toronto. In the year that they won the chip, he played 9 the year before that in San Antonio. The year before that, he played 74. Year before that, 72.
So in the beginning, 66. He was playing. He played a lot of the season.
No. 74, 72, 64, 66, 58, 64.
Jesus Christ!
The guy is never healthy.
Wow,
he's never healthy.
And yeah, he's still getting the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Can we also say for the Olympics now? I did see that they have breakdancing now.
Yeah,
wait, what?
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, breakdancing.
In the Olympics?
Yeah, in the Olympics.
What is this, Battle of the Year?
I don't know.
But I like that they're. But
have you seen that movie? With Chris Brown and all that? They literally.
Stomp the Yard?
Stomp the Yard?
No, it's called Battle of the Year.
Oh, that must be one of those BET joints.
Nah.
It sounds like one of those BET
joints.
It's
like a group of people from the U.S. They get together, learn how to break dance, like, B-boy, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then they go on for like a competition and shit.
The Koreans and Japanese take that shit very seriously.
Yes, they do.
Dude, because they know how to fucking dance.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy to see. Like when I saw that on social media, I was like,
Shit, they should have.
No, I'm just
Should
saying
have
that.
fucking Chris Brown on the team.
No,
Fuck.
but what I'm saying is that they're coming up with different variations, different things to get more people excited about the Olympics. You know what I mean? It's
What happened to the flag football? Wasn't that supposed to be a thing?
I think it's still a thing. I think it's still a thing. I do know that when it comes to the Olympics, three cool things about the Olympics. First thing, Snoop came out and
oh yeah, I did see that.
Dude, I saw someone. You know how he was holding the flame? Someone they photoshopped a blunt and they were like, "I fixed it."
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. It's just funny that Snoop is like the American ambassador and he was on trial for murder. It's just funny to me.
Well,
It's
no,
just
there
funny.
was this thing.
Not to say that he shouldn't, because people grow and people change, but
Absolutely.
it's just hilarious, the narrative around him.
No,
He
there
has
was this thing of
quests.
him and Kevin Hart. They were doing the narrated thing.
Yeah.
And there was a horse going like sideways. And Kevin Hart was like, "Damn, he's crip walking because he saw you."
Yeah. And then LeBron got to hold the flag.
Nice.
I think the last time the Olympics were in Paris, that was his first Olympics.
Someone took a picture, put, "Oh, captain, my captain."
Yeah. He looks like the uncle that's counting heads and making sure everybody.
I saw that picture.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Kurt's Kitchen and Q LLC, comfort soul food and barbecue catering services, servicing Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland areas. 219-444-1128.
And then also what's funny is that so Paris spent I think $1 billion on making sure that the canal that is clean enough to do competitive Olympic events, and
That's pretty cool.
it's pretty cool. But a lot of people were against it because with all the issues that Paris has, they're like, "Why are you putting so much money into this when we have other glaring issues?" I get it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the mayor of Paris, I believe, jumped in and swam in the water. They say that they tested the water for E. coli and other bacteria. E. coli, pretty much. And they said that it was clean. They said that it passed that, but someone else was like, well, check it for other shit, and it's incredibly filthy. So you're going to have your Olympic swimmers probably getting very sick this year. But also, I think that their sewage system also flows not through the canal, but parts of it. But part of it is filtered and cleaned, and
Still.
it's still wild water. It's still wild water. It's not like it's wild water. I don't know. I just think I did a little bit of research on it a little while ago when I was on my way to Oshkosh, and it's just a really interesting thing that they got going on over there. So. So Sabrina and Caitlin declined the 3-point contest. Caitlin breaks the assists record. Do we care?
No.
Okay. Is she still top running for Rookie of the Year, or is
Yes.
that injuries?
I don't know.
It's a toss-up.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think Angel Reese will get it though.
You think so?
Yeah, just because she's on the better team,
Yeah.
and that matters.
I'm probably gonna put my money on it, but yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of individual, awards that matters for some reason. Yeah.
I get you. That's that makes sense.
Jaylen Brown said Bronny ain't a pro. Your reaction?
And then next thing you know,
Wait, who said
pops
that?
off Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown said he's not a pro.
Yeah.
No. Bronny
He ain't
has
wrong.
No, he ain't wrong. Bronny has a long way to go before he becomes. I mean, technically, he is a pro.
Yeah,
but
he cleaned it up. He cleaned it up and said, "No, he's gonna have a long." And I guess he never admitted to saying that. That's what he said. I think what he meant was that he's not a pro yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is true. He's not. And any player drafted 55 in the NBA draft is not going to 10 times out of 10 they don't make the league.
No.
Yeah.
But I think where he's set up and having his dad there, his dad's gonna do everything possible to make him a pro.
I think he's an NBA player.
Yeah.
I just think that he's underdeveloped.
Yes.
Underdeveloped NBA player.
Because
I could see him playing though this year.
No.
Not like early.
No.
It's
he'll be
gonna
in the G
like,
League, and
way,
then
like-
I feel like the last
injuries.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe even so, keep him in there, and then the last maybe 25, maybe the last 10 games
after All-Star break.
Maybe.
But the only way that's gonna happen is if him and his dad are literally grinding in the gym, like, you know what I mean, and which he's gonna want to do that just so he can develop and so he can play with him.
I know. We're going to. Can we congratulate Jordan Love for signing his new deal?
Yes.
4 years,
Dude,
$220 million.
Now, real quick,
I saw
before we
this
do.
video of him literally taking a snap. He went back and then fell. Someone was like, "This is the highest paid quarterback."
Now, okay, before we address him, Tua. Sorry.
Okay.
Tua also got paid.
Oh yeah, well deserved though.
Who's the better quarterback?
I would have to go with Jordan Love. No, don't get me wrong. Tua, he showed spurts.
Now, the good thing about the NFL is that it's not guaranteed money.
No, exactly.
It's not guaranteed money. A lot of it is not. But also,
is Tua in the range of where Jordan Love is at? No.
He has the weapons to go just as far as Jordan Love because Jordan Love doesn't have the same weapons.
He had no weapons.
But Tua,
He had-
my personal opinion
I'd say Tua
is that
for me,
Tua is a 2-sack game away from never playing a game of football again.
Exactly.
yeah, because he keeps getting hurt. He
Well, the
keeps
problem-
getting hit in the head.
Remember when he got hit and he was throwing up gang signs? Doing
I remember he got hit and he tried to walk and they were like, "Nah."
yeah.
Listen.
Got his
Jordan,
head rocked.
but Jordan, the thing is,
I hate you.
but the thing is that I respect Jordan Love more is that he took a bet on himself.
He did.
yeah.
He opted out of he opted out of that 5th year and decided to just go free agent and bet on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he balled out.
He is really smart though.
He
Like,
balled out.
you know,
like
he has a
balled
good football IQ.
He does. And for him to have literally, like we just said it right now, literally having nobody. The same roster that Aaron Rodgers had. Literally, same roster. Except for Reed, that he got drafted that year. But same roster. And Jordan Love took that team further than Aaron Rodgers did.
What does it say about Green Bay just always having?
Yes. And
quarterback like
actually
that?
they mentioned that. I mean, come on. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love.
They've had
Consistency.
They've had consistent top tier quarterbacks for over the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Well, they better get some wide receivers.
Yeah.
No.
Isn't his 170 guaranteed though?
I know it's a guarantee by a lot. I don't know the exact number.
I want to say
It's
his
like
is
40. I think it's like
170.
107. I think it's like 170.
Yeah. You get your
But-
money, King.
Yeah, for real. Hey,
Hey, and I'll give him his bag.
good for him though. Man, shit.
But I'm not saying Tua is not a good quarterback, but like Steve said, he's 2 sacks away of not even playing in the league anymore.
Is Devontae Davis or Devontae Adams going back?
Doesn't he hate it where he's at?
Have you not seen that show, Receivers?
But
Dude.
No, I haven't seen it.
Dude, you got to see that.
but,
He talks a lot of shit.
But the thing is with Tua is he and I don't want to hear the excuses. I heard it from a lot of people. Well, he was in the cold. He doesn't. I don't give a fuck.
Tua?
Yeah, a lot
Who
of people.
cares?
No, yeah.
No, but a lot
Go
of
play ball.
Yeah.
go play ball. But everybody was like, "Oh, he was in the cold. He's not used to the cold." Yeah,
Doesn't
he
matter.
might not, but
Who
play
gives
ball.
a fuck?
Go play ball.
But the problem is that the weapons that Tua has, they should have won that game.
Yeah.
They should have won that game. No questions asked.
they were balling out all season.
All season it's kind of like Dak Prescott. He has great season numbers, great season quarterback, but when he gets in the playoffs, he's
Yeah. So, speaking of football, so since we're on football, do you guys have any locks for the Super Bowl next season? I know it's a little early.
I can't. Football is too.
It's really hard to see.
Up, so it's like.
Well, now since
what team do you guys follow? By the way, I'm a Rams fan.
I'm a Patriots, so I don't see high expectations for my team whatsoever. But I do like the development that they're doing with Drake May.
Yeah.
The third overall pick. I like that they got Jacoby Brissett because he's been with the Patriots. He knows the offense and he can kind of
he's a good bridge.
Yes, he can definitely mentor Drake May into develop into the quarterback that they want him to be. And I like the fact that they pick somebody that's athletic, that can run the ball, that has a big arm because. And don't get me wrong, I was on the Mac Jones Kool-Aid, for the last 3 years because I thought, we had found our quarterback because he was that typical. If you think about it, Mac Jones was that typical quarterback that the Patriots pick.
Pocket quarterback.
Yeah. Not a big arm, but he had good IQ where he can get the ball where it needed to go.
Yeah,
and
other team.
I mean,
he was a Pro Bowler.
He was a pro. I mean, his rookie year he did. Yes, he was a Pro Bowler. Yes, he was a Pro Bowler. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Throw a little respect on this.
Right. Throw a little respect. All right. And I mean, he took the team to a playoff.
Yeah. I mean, it's respectable. But I get what you mean.
Is Drake May is he a scrambler?
Who?
Drake May?
I don't watch
college that much.
He's a big boy though. He's a big boy. He can run. He can run. He has some legs.
What team do you follow?
Me, Bears.
Okay, so you got
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
I'm sorry that we live an hour away from fucking
I get
Chicago.
it. I get it. And probably Austin's gonna kill me for saying this because he,
drinks the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he drinks the Kool-Aid.
No, this dude literally. How you are with Kobe? That's how he is with the Bears.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, he drinks.
He said, "Oh God."
But at least be good though.
But
at least Kobe was good.
But 3 years ago he was on the Fields Kool-Aid. So it's. I mean, he's a true fan, and I'll give it to him.
Yeah,
he's a true fan. But the thing is that I don't. He has high expectations for Caleb Williams.
I'm 50-50.
My expectations.
Who's a better quarterback though? Because the thing is I don't think it's the player.
No.
I think it's the organization.
Yeah.
Like take for instance a team that's in the same division, the Lions.
Yeah.
Right. Always consistently bad all throughout the 90s, throughout the 2000s, throughout the 2010s. Had good seasons where they had talent. The Matthew Stafford Megatron seasons were promising, but they just didn't spend the money to get the players that they needed.
Yeah.
Fast forward now.
They spent the money.
They spent the money and they got the coach. And the coach changed the culture.
Yeah.
So they got the money and a lot of it was front office guys. Once those front office guys, the Millens, I remember seeing the signs, fire, I think it was Mike Millen, fire Mike Millen, or whatever his name was. I was seeing those signs throughout my entire teens. And then once they finally got rid of that front office and decided to spend some money, they did better.
Yeah.
So I think with the Bears, it doesn't start on the field. I think it's more like they don't know how to develop talent.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that. Like, I do like the GM. I do like Poles. Mm-hmm. I do like what he's done. Like he went from stealing DJ Moore and a first round draft pick and getting the actual first round draft pick, knowing that Bryce Young was going to be a flop and the Carolina Panthers was going to suck this year, and they got a first round and the ninth. Mm-hmm. And everybody's like Caleb. Now I saw they said he was the next. He was integrated like Patrick Mahomes. He was a very he can do things with the ball that not a lot of players could do.
That's crazy.
But
wild.
But
nasty word.
No. Stop laughing. I know it's bullshit.
I don't know who it is, but somebody smell like shit.
But that I don't believe because I want to see it on the field because
Yeah.
there's no excuses.
There's a lot of talk that comes with that guy.
No,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. And that's what pisses me off about it is that it took him literally almost the day up before OTAs for him to sign his deal. So what does that tell you? Like, what were you waiting for, bro? Like, were you waiting for, like, did he want all the guaranteed money? Is that what it was? Like,
His dad was doing some freaky shit too, trying to
Pause.
trying not to go to the Bears.
yeah.
I remember
looking for
that.
clauses in the contract to.
I remember they wanted a percentage of whatever team he was drafted.
right.
Yeah, that's not happening, dude.
No.
I mean, it's just a lot of
Tom Brady tried to do that and they told him no.
a lot of peculiar.
Why would they do it for
things.
him?
No.
And you could force a trade in football. You could force a trade
Yeah.
as
Oh,
a
yeah.
rookie, but
Yeah.
and he didn't. He accepted it. He's going to the Bears. So we'll
but-
see.
I mean,
But the
I'm
pro-
50-50
but the-
on it.
but-
He looks like he's going to be good, you know,
Yeah,
from
but
the
they-
videos
but-
that I've
but-
seen,
but the looks-
he hasn't
but-
been on an actual
But the
football
problem is
field
looks
yet.
is everything.
Yeah.
Looks is look. I mean,
No,
how
I
many
know.
times the Bears have fucked up their draft? Like Trubisky.
Yeah, Trubisky was a good player.
They could have gotten Mahomes.
They would have fucked him up though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
They coulda got- I mean,
I don't
they-
trust that front office with anybody.
no. And Trubisky, I'm not saying Trubisky could have been great, but I think he just fell into the wrong. Like we said, coaching
Still
the
sucks.
environment. Like he could have probably been great
Even
if they
when
would
he was on
if
the
they would have
Steelers.
used him for his abilities, like throw off the run. They didn't do that. They made him into a pocket passer, and he wasn't a pocket passer.
Is Chicago the worst place in the world to play right now?
Probably.
Dude, think about it. The Bears suck. The White Sox suck.
The Bulls.
The Bulls suck.
But
The Blackhawks suck. The Cubs
So-
Okay, so
kinda
would you rather go to the Bears or the Browns?
and it's cold.
Both.
And it's fucking cold.
well, I mean,
Which team would you rather go to?
I mean,
what's the worst city to play? I feel like we're the worst city to play in.
I mean, listen.
Not city wise, but just
Listen,
like organization wise.
back to what I was saying about Poles. He set up this team to succeed offensively. On paper, this
They
team
should be
this
amazing.
team should be a what is it 12-5, 12-5 a playoff run.
But because of coaching, and they'll probably be 5-12.
Yeah. And then you're just destroying the mentality of another rookie that.
Dude, Mitch Trubisky could have been a great player. They had a great quarterback in Jay Cutler too.
But they destroyed their mental. It's just all mental.
They fuck those players up.
But what sucks the most is that they fuck up other players. Like
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack. My God. That first year,
I remember everybody was happy as hell.
that first year he dominated. He dominated the field
Despite the team.
despite the team. But the problem is that you couldn't keep him off they couldn't keep him off the field because they were going 4 and out every time, and that dude had to come out and play again. And I mean, dude, I'm surprised he played that whole game. Like you could tell how tired he was. He was like, "Fuck this shit." Like by the end, he was like, "Fuck this shit. I don't want to play for this team no more." Like I don't understand, and I feel bad for DJ Moore because I feel like that's where they're gonna go with him too.
It feels inevitable for them to fuck up another.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks.
It sucks. Like Alshon Jeffrey, too.
Yeah.
That dude was all time. That guy. And I'm not even a Bears fan, and I can
It's
say
just spoiled goods. Chicago is just the land of misfit toys. You know, I'm trying to think of in my head of another city that just sucks the way that Chicago does.
the Giants.
New York. Let me think of New York team. No, New York. It's,
No.
This is an overall city where all the supports suck.
Cleveland. Just
No.
football. It's just football. Oh shit! I'm trying to think. Damn. Detroit.
No, the Lions are good.
Well, not. I mean, back then though. They're just
No,
not
no,
good.
no.
we're
I'm
talking about
thinking of,
now.
like this year.
Oh, this year?
Yeah. Like if you're.
No, I think it's just Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of any.
Thinking of a West Coast team. I can't think of any.
No.
I'm thinking of maybe an
It's-
Arizona
it's-
team
it's-
down there.
it's-
in Seattle.
Another thing too.
They only have
Yeah.
football.
No,
Yeah.
they have baseball.
Oh yes, the Mariners aren't bad
No,
at all.
No,
Mariners are really good. They just made a big trade too.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
no,
another
Chicago.
thing too.
Chicago's the worst team.
Yeah.
It was the worst city to play for.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, their stadium,
the worst organizations,
yes.
the worst stadiums.
Well, because it's because I don't get what, and I think me and Brendan talk about it all the time. Until the McCaskies leave, Chicago's never going to be good.
Yeah.
McCaskies are just, they're not good owners.
You know how pissed off I'd be if I went to a Chicago team. Like
In any sport.
that's what I'm saying.
But in other news, this has been like real big news is, and what's been pissing me off is the San Francisco 49ers holding on to Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, go ahead and speak on that.
Yeah.
Are you guys? This is you guys because I don't know much about it.
All I know is he requested a trade.
So basically, I think throughout the year, because throughout the year he's been trying to work out an extension with the 49ers, and the 49ers don't see him as a $30 million wide receiver. But if you look at his stats through the time he was a rookie, he's progressed each year where he's been 1,000-yard receiver. But the problem is that the 49ers, he's not a number one option. He technically is on the roster. He's a number one option. But the problem is that with Kyle Shanahan's offense, they use everybody. Kittle, McCaffrey, Debo, and for him to get what he got 1,000 yards still after not being utilized as much as they should, I feel like he should be in that. Even if he doesn't get 30, I feel like he's deserving a $28-29 million a year.
I'd give him something close to it.
Because
He's a good player.
He's better. He's better than Debo, and they gave Debo his money.
Yeah. I think it's because Debo's like really fucking quick.
He's
So-
really
and they
fucking
use
quick,
him-
but
they use him-
Debo wanted to be a number one wide receiver, and
Yeah.
he wasn't a number one wide receiver.
Who else is making $30 million?
Tyreek Hill is making about 30
Is he better than him?
on his
not
and Justin Jefferson just broke the reset the market for wide receivers. He's the highest paid
I saw
wide
that,
receiver
yeah.
right now.
which deserved. He's
Don't get me wrong.
No, I
He's
know.
well deserved. But what's going to happen is Jamar Chase is going to break the next record.
The highest paid wide receivers in 2024 average salary. AJ Brown, $32 million.
Oh yeah.
St. Brown playing for the Lions, $30 million. Tyreek Hill, $30 million. Devontae Adams,
So Justin
20.
Jefferson hasn't even signed his deal yet.
Cooper Kupp, 26. Devontae Smith, 25. DK Metcalf, 24. Debo, 23. Pittman, 23. And McLaurin, 23. Where does he rank on that list as far as talent?
Ayuk?
Yeah, as far as talent.
Talent?
Yeah.
I say he's probably in that top five.
Top five with AJ Brown, St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, and Cooper Kupp.
yes.
Yeah.
I know he's better than Cooper Kupp because Cooper Kupp's old.
Yeah.
Is he better than Devontae Adams?
No.
Tyreek Hill?
Route running? Speed?
Overall.
No. Overall? Right now?
That one's hard.
That one is hard.
Okay. St. Brown?
Yes.
Yeah.
AJ Brown?
No.
Okay. So he's top five.
I would give him like at least 25.
No. I would give him at least 28, 29 to make him happy.
But they're also paying Debo 24, 23.9.
But the problem is that they already
I would pay him more than whatever Debo's at.
But what's a slap in the face is that instead of paying your top wide receiver, which he is their top wide receiver, you went and paid Juwan Jennings. You extended him before him. And then you gave McCaffrey a raise, which he deserves.
You just told me about all those other weapons that they got in football. Sometimes, look at the Chiefs. Look at the Chiefs when a couple years ago when it came time to pay Tyreek Hill, they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah,
he went to Miami. He
right.
got paid.
Yeah,
who won the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs.
I think that they're thinking the same thing.
But the problem is that even if they, I mean, what I think is if you don't want to pay the man, at least get something for him.
Yeah, I don't see keeping him on the team.
But they want to keep. But the problem is they're going to keep him on the team because they're on another Super Bowl run.
It's modern day slavery, bro. They're going to keep him.
but that's
they own him.
But yeah, no, and that's no, and I get that. That's he signed that tag, which I think he's making like $13-14 million, which that's not bad for a wide receiver. But if I was the San Francisco 49ers, before week 8, you could probably get a first round draft pick for him.
Yeah,
you should be. I don't see them getting anything less if he's top 5.
Yeah,
if you can't get a first round pick for a top 5,
he's actually
wide
really
receiver.
good.
No, his route, like you can put for Brandon, you could put his route running's good. You could put him on the inside. You could put him on the outside. His handling is fucking amazing. Like he has hands. Like that dude can catch anything. But the problem is that, like I said, Kyle Shanahan has so many pieces.
Mm-hmm. And then also I could see another team kind of pausing on taking him and giving up assets too, because the 49ers system is a very plug and play system.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, look at their quarterback.
And you're going to have to pay him the next couple of years too.
You really kind of don't, though, because he's Mr. Irrelevant and anybody can play that.
That's true. And Kyle Shanahan's...
They saw 3 quarterbacks in one season be successful in that system.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they want to see if he's really that guy or if it's just a system. That was the thing with Belichick and Brady. Like, is it the system or is it the guy?
Right.
Like,
but we all knew it was the guy. We found out it was Brady.
But a lot of the time we really didn't know.
Yeah.
Like,
but I think a lot of it was in New England. I think maybe the first 10 years was the system. Mm-hmm. And then Brady, last 10 year Brady was just like, well, it's not the system anymore because without me, the system's going to break. Mm-hmm. So it proved that when Brady left,
it's like superstars in the triangle offense.
Exactly. It crumbled.
Yeah.
But I hope the San Francisco 49ers and Brandon, you can figure out something. If they can't, mm-hmm. I hope the best for him because I don't see it going well this season mm-hmm. for both sides. Because mm-hmm. San Francisco's gonna, and they said it, they're like, well, we're gonna hold on to you because you're on a tag mm-hmm. and you're gonna play mm-hmm. and we're gonna try to win a ring. And if they do win a ring, Brock Purdy's getting paid, and he's gonna reset it again.
Jesus, I hope Brock Purdy is the one who resets the market again. That's terrible. He's not that great of a quarterback.
But the problem is I don't know how that's gonna work out because
I can't see him resetting it.
No, but the problem is I don't know how that's gonna work out because, like he said, you can plug in any quarterback into that system and it's gonna work. Yeah. But the problem is that you've already paid McCaffrey.
Paid everybody.
You paid Nick Bosa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you paid everybody. There's no way you're going to be able to pay Purdy over $50 million because right now the highest paid
I don't think he's going to get that.
Yeah. No, because who's getting paid? I think it's like 4 highest paid, $55 million a year.
Like 20.
Yeah, I've literally said that.
You're not going to get
15, 20. No. Which honestly for him, that's good.
For Mr. Irrelevant.
Yes.
Talking about a player that, like, historically the position that he was drafted in, they don't play games.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they don't make it and let alone start.
And a lot of that offense now is off McCaffrey now.
Shit. Yeah. If I was him, I'd be happy with 10.
Yeah.
I mean, he was playing under a weak ass contract anyways. Right. So I mean,
I did see that.
Yeah, because I think what was he, like a 4th round pick? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he wasn't getting paid a lot. So it's just it's the fact that I hate the fact that players that deserve their money
don't get it.
But the people that got their money don't deserve it. Like it sucks, dude. It really does.
It does.
It's like,
speaking of people not getting their money.
What's up?
And this will be our last topic. We'll get out of here. But
yeah.
There is a debacle, an NBA debacle over the TV rights. So basically, the story goes: the NBA struck a deal because they have TV deals that help with their revenue. They struck a big, huge deal with Amazon, NBC.
I did hear something about that.
Disney. Yeah, and Disney, and which is cool because I know everybody remembers it.
Yeah,
that's NBA on NBC.
Yeah,
it was an iconic.
Absolutely.
Part of, but when it comes to iconic NBA spots, you also have TNT, which is part of the Warner Brothers, Time Warner, TNT, Turner,
right?
That whole group.
Okay.
So they come up with a deal. Now, TNT says that in their contract, they have a match clause that allows them to match that deal. And basically, it's on the NBA. I guess it was on the NBA to accept the terms because NBA, they have separate deals with Disney, separate deal with NBC, and then a separate deal with Amazon. And so what Time Warner said is, we want that Amazon deal. Out of those three, we'll take that one and we'll pay that one. And then the NBA came back and said, yeah, no, fuck that. We want that Amazon money. And then Time Warner came back and said that the NBA breached the rights to match any third-party offer, which it claims it submitted to match the Amazon's deal.
Yeah.
And then it said that they would suffer irreparable harm if it loses the NBA rights, which makes sense because that show inside TNT, or excuse me, inside the NBA with Shaq, Ernie, and Charles Barkley, and that's an iconic show in the NBA. And let me see if I can find TNT NBA statement, because a lot of people said release statements. Charles Barkley issued a statement that was pretty strong, just basically saying that the NBA and the commissioner, they chose money over, because they know that Amazon will be able to double that offer in a couple years when they want to double their money. But TNT says we'll match off the Amazon offer as we have a contractual right to do so, and do not believe the NBA can reject it. In doing so, they are rejecting the many fans who continue to show their unwavering support for our best-in-class coverage delivered through the full combined reach of the WBD video-first distribution platforms, including TNT, home of our 4-decade partnership with the league, which NBA on TNT has been around for 40 years, along with NBA on NBC. We think they have grossly misinterpreted our contractual rights with respect to the 25-26 season and beyond, and we'll take appropriate action. So they said, you know what? Yeah, you can't get rid of us. So fuck you. Take our money.
Damn.
It's a 10-year deal. In that deal, let me see
So TNT decided to match Amazon's deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, they decided to match Amazon's deal. There's the Wnba also did a deal. I said it was $1 billion. It wasn't. They would receive about $200 million a year. It's a loan. It's an 11-year deal where they'll get $200 million a year. So do the math on that. And it's purely for media rights, but those ladies are about to get paid. Those ladies are about to get
real,
because the TV money is what sets the salary cap.
The salary cap. Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of money out there. Do you guys watch Inside the NBA with
I don't, but I've seen like a lot of clips on it, like on Instagram and stuff like that. I think they shouldn't get rid of it.
And you have people like Ernie and Ernie and Charles Barkley, who said that if TNT doesn't get the deal, then they don't want it. They're gonna retire.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it could be the end of the era, which would be sad. But
nah, they need to bring it back.
I think so.
There was a lot of fun shit on there too, though.
I think there's enough for everybody. I think there's enough for Amazon, and I mean, you can have some games on Amazon, some games on TNT, some games on NBC and ABC, and some games with
and plus
Disney.
they're the halftime thing too.
Yeah,
right?
It's not like they're doing full recaps of games, but they usually pop in halftime through the games. You usually see them at night. I like being able to watch them on regular TV and not having to go to an app.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let me dabble into back into the NFL.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm just spitballing this just so because we were talking about highest paid quarterbacks and stuff like that. Okay. So first one on the list is Trevor Lawrence. You think he's underpaid or overpaid?
Overpaid.
Overpaid? Why?
He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, he hasn't proven that much.
How much is he getting paid?
He's $55 million.
Oh God. But he's still better than Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Who you got next?
Next is Joe Burrow.
Oh yeah.
55 million.
Yeah.
He's paid right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got Jordan Love, which he signed his new contract. That's 55 million as well.
Paid right.
Yeah.
Paid right. Okay. Well, we already talked about because the next one's up is Tua. We kind of already dabbled into that. Overpaid.
Grossly overpaid.
All right. Now, Jared Goff with 53 million.
Over.
Paid right. For the Lions.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, but I would have given him at least 30, not 50.
If he was the top paid quarterback in the league, overpaid, but he's not.
Well, this is going to get even more interesting. Justin Herbert is our next one at 52.5 million.
Paid right only because he set the market at that time.
I was about to say he's paid right.
Yeah.
He's good.
Well, we don't. He's had ups and downs.
We'll see with Jim Harbaugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see with Jim Harbaugh.
And plus, he doesn't have Keenan Allen anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
But-
true. I believe this is paid. He's paid right. But I don't think that Justin Herbert should be paid higher than. It's only by 500,000. But
Pat Mahomes.
no, Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah.
No, he's paid right.
Paid right.
Paid right.
Yeah.
And then we got Jalen Hurts at 51 million.
Overpaid.
Yes.
Over.
I believe that too.
Over.
Yes. Oh, you guys are gonna laugh at this one. Kyler Murray at 46.
Overpaid.
Overpaid.
Way
100%.
over. Way
He
over.
needs to quit NFL and just go play video games. Because
Go back to baseball.
yeah. This one's even worse. Deshaun Watson at 46 million. But we all know he's guaranteed all that money.
Where's Pat Mahomes?
Oh, you're gonna laugh at that. And this is only top 10. Okay?
I thought he was the high, like
At the time.
At the time.
No,
But
I'm
the
not saying
problem
right now,
but the
but
problem is that
his
what
was a 10-year though.
Yeah, he spreaded that money out, and he didn't even take a lot guaranteed either. He took, I think, it was like 61 guaranteed.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Because the Kansas City knew that he was going to get an extension anyways.
Yeah.
So it's not he could get more
Nah, he
later
played it
on.
smart.
Yeah.
Still an idiot.
But this one you'll laugh. This one you're gonna laugh even more. Kirk Cousins at 45 million
Overpaid.
with the Falcons.
Overpaid.
Way overpaid.
And then you got Patrick Mahomes at number 10.
And the thing is,
With
Brock
45.
Purdy isn't better than any one of those guys.
Yeah.
So we talking
But
about?
that's what's sad. That's sad.
What
That's
you want me to do? I'm not off. I'm
see,
not.
and
I know.
not aware. And he deserves.
and that's what's sad. But I like the fact that it kind of Patrick Mahomes kind of reminds me of what Brady did, because Brady took pay cuts.
Yeah.
He took so many pay cuts throughout the 20 years.
is like how you are with Kobe with Tom Brady, man.
No. Well, Pat Mahomes, he did what Jalen Brunson did.
He bet on himself.
Maybe he didn't because he reset the market at the time.
No, but
Yeah.
but what he did was instead of taking a 4-year, 5
He did it smart though. The 10
instead
years.
of taking, but when he's done, but that he's never gonna reach that 10 years.
That's what I'm saying.
At year 7, they're gonna extend him again.
That's baseball money.
Yeah, basically. But like I said, I like the fact that he went that route because he would rather take a pay cut to get more valuable players to help win championships.
Yeah.
Because that's what he cares about. He cares about the championships. You know, and I'm not saying he doesn't care about the money because it's not just football money. He got sponsorship money, State Farm,
Yeah, that's why
all
he
that.
doesn't care because he's gonna make it up either way.
Exactly. But that's crazy for it.
It is.
It's crazy that he is the 10th top
I'm surprised
paid
Kirk
quarterback.
Cousins is getting paid that much.
Give it a couple years, every 3 years. Guys reset the market. The 2-3 guys a year reset the market. 3 years later, you're down. You're down. Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck? The fuck, dude? Like Trevor Lawrence really he's number one. Number one.
He hasn't even really done that much.
Well, that's because they thought this guy.
Also, he's in Jacksonville. When have they ever had a Trevor Lawrence?
Well, you know what's even crazy? I don't and don't get me wrong. I didn't even see fucking Josh Allen in this motherfucker.
You will though. You will. It'll be time.
Nah,
Everybody gets a turn. That's the thing with quarterbacks.
That kills me, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And I was gonna mention this, how quarterbacks are the most important position because I mean you got to throw it to your guys, but you know what? It's not important anymore is a running back.
Dime a dozen.
They used and you know what's crazy in the beginning of the league, running backs were the most important. They were the backbone because it wasn't a passing league at that time. It was more it will run it.
Just like centers in the NBA.
Exactly.
You know.
But it was like I'm looking at it and I'm like, quarterbacks are here, wide receivers there, and then
all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah. If they're like at a standstill. They're at a standstill because, they're a dime and a dozen. You can find a good running back in the second, third round now.
Yeah.
You don't need a first round.
You're not drafting a running back first round these days.
No.
Shit, unless he's fucking Derrick Henry.
Yeah. And you better hope he doesn't have Derrick Henry miles on him by the time he gets to. They put the miles on them boys in college.
No, that's what I'm saying. They take a lot of the hits, a lot of the power.
That's why they don't want to pay them that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on it was a clip of Hard Knocks where he was talking. It was a player. I don't know if it was Hard Knocks. It was somewhere where they were talking to a retired player. I think they were talking to Frank Gore or something like that. Someone who has a son who's in the league. And he's a coach. He's coaching right now, and he's like, yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. And they're like, well, we're looking at, he's got a lot of tread on him, and this and that, and da da da. And he was like, yeah, but he's a good durable player. And they're like, well, durability doesn't really mean much anymore.
It really don't. Like even I read something about Adrian Peterson. He wanted to come back just so he can.
Yeah, just to prove it.
He wanted to come back, just to prove it and see if he can break that. I think it was like because he still had a few a few thousand more yards to break like the all time running back.
We won't see players like that ever for a long time. Not until that cycle comes back around where running backs are it.
Yeah,
we won't see. I mean, Derrick Henry is kind of a dime a dozen, but we won't see a player who's like a dynamic running back for 10 years straight.
No.
Yeah. No.
If you're a running back, you got 3 good years.
Yeah.
3 good years, get your money.
And get out.
You see what they did to Saquon.
Oh, Saquon, Melvin Gordon.
Slap in the face, dude.
Yeah.
Did you see what that GM did?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not about Saquon. Draft night.
Oh, no.
He had his kids pick the draft. Like who they wanted.
New York?
Yeah.
Oh, they're just.
Jesus.
Oh, that's why. Okay, because the podcast that I watch, they're all New York guys and they're Giants fans, and he was like, they're just playing in our faces now.
Yeah.
They look like the worst run organization in the world.
What's crazy is his son told him to draft Jaden Daniels,
That's nuts.
and he didn't do it.
That's nuts.
But I just want to dabble into one more thing, and you guys were talking about it earlier, was Devontae Adams. With the receiver. I haven't watched it yet, but I watched clips of him just being so pissed about but bro, you chose to go over there.
He did.
He did.
You chose to go over there because you thought you were going to be with Derek Carr for.
He's the reason why
he went. He was the reason why he went because Derek Carr was there.
Who was the next dude after Derek Carr?
Garoppolo.
Yeah, he was the reason why Garoppolo stopped playing. He told them, he's like, if he plays, I'm done.
But you put yourself in that position. You had anywhere you can go. He
pressed the issue.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had, and I understand the frustration because you were a number one at that time when you were in Green Bay. You were a number one wide receiver, which he still is a number one wide receiver. But the problem is that you chose to go to the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
You chose to because you thought, hey, I get to be with my buddy. I get to.
I mean, they played college together.
I know, but the problem is, even though they still didn't do shit that year.
Yeah,
they still didn't do shit that year. And then you bring Garoppolo, and then you and we know Garoppolo is. I mean,
ass.
He's not ass, but I mean, on San Francisco, he wasn't ass. But that's
San Francisco where you plug and play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the problem is now you're stuck.
Yep.
You're stuck, dude.
Yep.
You're stuck with what? Aiden O'Connell.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do they got on there?
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
I'm about to find out right now. I think and don't get me wrong, maybe he will do something. I forgot Gardner Minshew.
Oh yeah.
Which he was solid. He was solid. He was solid last year. So I think he could do something.
I've always liked this game
in Vegas. If not, but overall, he's stuck. Boy is stuck.
Stadium looks dope though.
Sounds like a him problem.
Yeah.
The stadium's dope. I've driven by it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I want to go there. I want to go to that stadium. That stadium is dope. But I feel bad. I feel bad and I don't.
I don't feel bad because it's his problem. He's the one that wanted to go there.
Exactly. But at the same time, it's like, what do you do in that situation?
What? If Kyler can be a quarterback, I can. Let me go to Vegas, man. I'm going to email them.
Oh, shit. What do you do in that situation?
But like, Devontae's
write
out
it
there
out
somewhere.
Well, write it out. You got, 3 more years? So you'll be, what is he in his 30s right now?
Yeah, you write that shit out, bro. You can't force another trade.
Yeah, that's true.
You force another trade and you're out of the league.
No, you're Antonio Brown after that.
Mm-hmm. No, you for real are. You're Antonio Brown after that.
Might as well just leave during mid game.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it sucks, man. It sucks that like great talent like that and you're just wasted. Like we mentioned it with Chicago, wasted. Just wasted. Like it sucks, man.
It is what it is.
Because he could have been a Patriot.
I remember when the Patriots used to be the team to go to if you wanted to revive your career. Just one season with Tom Brady and you can go anywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Randy Moss.
Yeah.
But he's so pissed. Did you watch the Tom Brady roast?
Yeah, I did.
When he was like, motherfucker, you started cheating after. I was like, damn.
That was a good roast.
That was a good roast. He's like, why couldn't you been doing that shit when I was over there? Like, fuck, man. But overall, like I said, is I'm excited for this season. I want to see what's gonna happen. The rookies, what the new, where everybody's at, like Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, and what he can bring to the table for
Green Bay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a really good season.
Yeah, Saquon, which
we'll see.
I just
because
don't.
Philly's Philly.
But the problem is Philly's Philly. But the problem is that I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to go back to what he knows and what he does is run the ball, and that's gonna piss off Saquon.
No, because Saquon doesn't have all his legs.
Yeah,
like it used to.
I guarantee you by week 4 he gets hurt.
Oof.
Shit.
Dude always gets
not
hurt.
picking that guy.
I'm not.
Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act.
But I mean, I think we dabbled a little bit into it, but what are your predictions for Super Bowl?
I think the 49ers are going to go back.
We always say that, and then they don't.
I think they will.
I think, and maybe it'll be an upset, but the new players that Kansas City got, I see them going back.
Lions.
Oh, they should have went.
I can see that.
They should have
They're gonna win their division.
I can see that.
They're gonna win their division.
They should have went. They should have went last year.
They do have a good team.
Yeah.
And they just got better. So it's and they've been together. So it's just another year that they're gonna
Culture.
Yeah.
Putting my money on the Bears.
Dark Horse Chargers.
Ooh. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it.
Just a lot of players popping up that you just never.
I'm gonna give you a real dark horse. The Vikings.
Oh. I mean, they could surprise you,
dude. They could. They got a good quarterback. Out of JJ.
That division is not very strong.
I don't think is he going to be the starter? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You don't think Andy Dalton? Not Andy Dalton.
Hell.
What's his name?
If you got to do that,
Sam Darnold.
Exactly.
Sam Darnold. You don't think he's going to beat out Sam Darnold?
No.
Hell no.
JJ McCarthy. No, coming off a national championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That boy got ice.
Look at my Michigan guys.
Shut up.
and then Jim Harbaugh with the Chargers.
You know who I actually want to see though? Like who I'm gonna pay attention to is the dude from the Bills.
Which one?
I don't know his name.
Wide receiver?
Yeah, the wide receiver from the Bills.
They just drafted.
I feel like he's gonna be good.
Especially since
Stefan's not on there anymore.
Where did Diggs go to?
Houston.
He went to Houston.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be scary.
That one.
Now it only will be scary if Diggs doesn't become a diva.
Yeah.
Or if his best days are still, if he's still Diggs.
Yeah.
I could see that.
And that's another thing I was telling Austin about because he was saying he's dabbling into Justin Fields and all that, and I said, do you know Justin Fields had a better roster than Stroud had a better on paper had a better roster than Stroud, and he used what he had and took them motherfuckers to the playoffs.
Dude, Stroud's just smart though.
Yeah,
like he's actually really good.
No, his IQ is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
fucking crazy.
I don't think they're Super Bowl this year, but they'll be in the playoffs.
I'm not gonna say Super Bowl, but I think they'll go pretty far though.
Yeah.
No, they will. They're gonna go far.
Yeah.
If Diggs plays the way Diggs was playing like 5 years ago, oh yeah.
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 I forgot about them. But yeah, no, that rookie. I think
it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary. Tank Dell, that dude's scary, fast.
Dude just got shot, so I don't know.
How fast is he really?
Yeah. That's true. But even so, you still. But you still got
for that.
You still got
He better. Hey, his intro better be many men at that point.
But you still got a good running back. You still got good wide receivers on that team. So I see them going far. I see them going at least divisional.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
Now my Patriots.
I think all of our teams are going to be mediocre at best.
Yeah, I see them going 8-9.
Bears mediocre at best. Rams slightly over mediocre. Maybe wild card. They weren't supposed to get in.
I can see them going wild card,
but they weren't supposed to get in last year, and they did so.
Yeah.
But I am excited. I'm talking about my team again, but it's okay. I am excited about, and I feel like he's a steal. Javon Baker.
I've heard that name.
Who the fuck is that?
I've heard that name.
What position is he?
He's a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He has one of the best hands at that time in college football. He had one of the best hands.
They're just lucky I wasn't over there. I had a career
But
injury.
even Jalen Polk from Washington. I mean, they did go and get some weapons for the Patriots to develop.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Young team got to put it together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love a young team that's just putting it together.
Right.
See them mature.
Like I said, I don't have high hopes, but I am gonna go see it. I am gonna go see them on November 10th.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Go whoop that ass.
What you want me to do, man? I'm not on the
saying.
field.
They gonna whoop that ass.
If I was on the field, it'd be a different story.
But a lot of people were asking me.
Do you guys go to football games?
This is gonna be my first one.
Okay. Have you been to a football game?
I go. My brother's a Colts fan, so me, him, my dad, we go
And
out.
we're gonna be up high.
I went.
over there.
I went to a Colts game. I was very whelmed. I was not underwhelmed, not overwhelmed.
But you were
whelmed. I was whelmed.
The only reason why I'd rather go over there is one, indoor.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's where I went to.
But two, like the tickets aren't that expensive over there.
No, I think we got our tickets for like $30 or something.
That's and you get a decent seat. Like I'd rather pay that than fucking $300 just to sit all the way at the top.
That's where I'm gonna
Chicago.
That's where I'm gonna be at
for what?
For hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, I think the tickets were 100.
They gotta fix that situation.
They were like 160.
Dude,
gotta fix it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see because they're still figuring out where they're gonna have their new stadium. So
it's just like the NBA. I'd rather go all the way down to Indy and watch the Pacers play the Celtics.
Because now Chicago.
Cheaper.
Now what I heard is Chicago wants they want to build the team in Chicago now.
Yeah.
They first they said get the fuck out. Now no, please stay.
And then they had this whole thing where they're gonna build like a bridge and all. I'm like, the fuck.
I think they're moving it. I don't think they're
terrible over there.
Oh yeah,
but I think they're moving it though. I heard they were moving it somewhere else in Chicago. I don't think it's
not.
They're not gonna revamp Soldier Field. I think
they want it by the lake.
But I feel like it's gonna be better. Yeah, I think it's gonna be better because I heard it's a pain in the ass to get in and get out.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh yeah,
it's terrible unless you're on foot, and even if you're on foot, it's still terrible.
But that's why I'm gonna get there early.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get there around
the train, man.
No, I'm gonna get there early.
I don't even drive to Chicago anymore. I always take the train.
I hate going to Chicago.
Yeah.
Unless I have to.
But like I said, it's gonna be an interesting season. I'm ready for my fantasy. I'll be dabbling into that.
I got my
pretty soon.
Next month.
I got 3 more weeks and I'll be 3 more weeks and then I'll be focusing on fantasy football. I'm still finishing up my fantasy baseball right now. I will actually maybe not even 2 more weeks, maybe another week, and then after that, if I'm not where I want to be, I'm just gonna let it go.
I forgot to tell you that when I was mentioning Brandon, you know what's even a more slap in the face? They drafted a wide receiver.
Yeah.
In person, what was his name? From Florida, I think. Was it Florida? It was like the guy that did a one-handed.
I don't know the name.
Yeah, I forgot his name. It starts with a P.
I know what catch you're talking about.
Yeah, and he blew up in San Francisco. We'll draft him in the first round.
That's why they didn't want to pay nobody.
Yeah, because it's plug and play.
Plug and play.
Plug and play.
But on that note, we're hitting 2 hours. Looks like we're about good. We did some pretty good with our topics. We covered baseball, football, basketball, WNBA.
Yeah.
This is the type of versatility that we definitely needed on the podcast. So definitely a great job for us. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Another episode in the books of the Sports Panel, and you guys have a good one.